Okay, welcome back for part 2 of this series here for the bed build. After filming and building these cabinets, I thought it'd be best to split this up. Just because of the way I edit videos that take a little bit longer, thought it'd be best just to break these up into a 3-part series. So the cabinets are built at this point. Next step is to do the drawers. So I've got some drawer slides that are here. I got to get those installed, and then I have to actually build out the drawers and then the face panels for those and get those all installed. So that's going to be next steps and the goal of this video. So I'm going to start with doing the math and figure out how much space these drawer slides take up, and start to figure out how big do I actually want the drawers. And then once I figure out the size that I want the drawers, then it's going to be time to go back into the shop and actually get the drawers being built. I'm not going to use any fancy joinery. I just don't have that skill set yet, so I'm just going to use some pocket holes to get the drawers all together, and it should be strong enough to hold up over time. So that's what we're working on. I got 6 drawers total I got to build, and that's where I'm going to be going from here. So thanks for tagging along. Like always, leave your comments below. Like, dislike, and like always, if you found any of this interesting or found any of this useful, please subscribe and hit that bell button for when I post more videos, you get notified of it. So I'm gonna get at it here, try to figure this all out, stumble my way through it like I normally do, and hope you guys get something out of this. Like always, thank you. Okay, so I need 24 pieces total. I need 6 drawers, 4 pieces for each drawer. I need 12 pieces at 22 inches wide by 6 inches thick or tall. And I need another set of 12 at 15.5 inches long with 6 inches width on it as well. So that's what I'm going to be cutting out next. Okay, so you should have just saw me break all of this down. This is a 1/2 inch plywood, by the way. Use a circular saw to get the widths on it, and then the miter saw to set the lengths on it. So I'm happy with the consistency of the lengths on it. Next step is to get the table saw out, make sure everything width-wise is all the same dimension. And then the next step after that is to move the table saw blade down to about 1/8 of an inch exposed. And I'm going to run a rabbet groove through here, through all of them actually. So when I get the bottom of the drawers, it'll have a nice even spot to slide into. I still have to get that piece of ply. It is very hard to find. I'm trying to get 1/8 thick plywood. Just trying to get a sheet of it. It's been very difficult to this point to find it in my area. So that's why this project is taking longer than I want. It's just piecemealing the plywood together. It's either not here or it's super expensive, and it's trying to walk that sweet spot right now. So I can at least get all of this stuff prepped, ready to go. So that's what you'll see next. Okay, so you should have saw me just finish cutting the, I'll call it the rabbets here. I was able to find some plywood to work as the bottom of the drawers and actually the backers for the cabinets as well. I was shooting for a 1/8 thick material. When I got to the store and actually found it, it was a little too flimsy for what I was envisioning. So I instead settled on some 5mm, which is like 0.1925 or 195, 192 thou thick, which has some good rigidity to it, still a little bit of flexibility. So I'm really happy with that. So next step here, again, because I've never done any of this, is sorting out, do I want to build 3 sides of this? And then do cutouts of the 5mm material, or do I want to cut the 5mm material now? What I'm thinking for my purposes, which may make the most sense, is at least get one of these together, do my measurements off of that, and then at that point start cutting the bottoms to all of this, which is what I think I'm going to do. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna put one together here, and then start cutting the bottoms. So that's gonna be the order of operations here for this next step. Okay, so I have the drawers built out. I've got the front of the drawers done. You should have saw me just wrap that up. Off screen, I painted them and then rounded the edges over with a 1/8 round over bit. The next step here then is to put the drawer slides in. I don't know how well this shows because I'm in the dark here, but these are 14-inch drawer slides. Again, never done this before, so I'm figuring this out on the fly. I've got 2-inch spacers here, which I'm going to place in the fronts here. And then I will rest the drawer slides on top of that, making sure everything's as even as possible. So that's gonna be next steps. Gotta separate everything out, put it all together and see how this all goes. So stick with me. Okay, so I've got all the drawers installed. Once I kind of figured everything out, and I know I said 20 cards earlier, it's 18 for all 3 sets. Once I got all that leveled out and sorted out, install went real smoothly. Real happy with that. Next step here, and this is where I'm not sure how I'm going to attack this yet, is putting the drawer faces on. I have some CA glue in the back, which is what I think I'm going to do, is set my widths on everything, and then I'll just lean the face forward, put some CA glue on there, put some activator, and push it up, hoping that at least that'll be enough of a, I'll call it a chemical bond, that I can come in later, put some clamps on it, and then do some screws from the back side or from the inside of the drawer and get that mechanical bond that we're looking for. So as I'm talking through this, I think that's what's going to make the most sense to me, especially because I don't have the backs on these yet, so I can always push from the back side instead of pulling and maybe breaking that glue. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take a stab at it that way. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so last step, I got 2 more steps. I gotta do handles and then I'll put the backers on. But I think I'm gonna hold off on putting the backers on until I get them upstairs, so that way we have something to grab onto as we're taking this upstairs. But the handles I got here, nothing spectacular, but planning on putting it in the middle here instead of up. Just think it'll be easier for my daughter to open with. As I'm looking at this, I think what I'm going to do is create a quick jig for this, so I can get repeatable results for it. So I think that's going to be the safest and easiest way to do that. And to do that, I think I'm going to get a strip of plywood as wide as this, and then do center on here, put the holes into the plywood. And then I can go from drawer to drawer to drawer fairly easily instead of having to measure out each one individually. So I think that's what I'm gonna do next. Okay, take number 3 here. As you can see, I just finished putting all of the handles on here. Ostensibly for the purposes, for the purposes of this video, I'm going to call this done. The only thing I have left to do on this particular section of the bed is to put the backers on the back of the cabinets here. I don't want to do that yet. I want to be able to carry these upstairs and have something to hold on to. Just having an extra area to grab onto other than just the bottom just seems easier to do. And I'm just going to tack on the backs. I think it's 18 gauge nails, stuff I've used in the past for trim. And I'm going to do it all around the back here. So for the purposes of this video, like I said, I'm going to call this done. If you want to see the final reveal of what the bed looks like, or the whole thing looks like all set up in the room, go to video number 1 in the series. That is the initial build of these cabinets. I'm going to do the final reveal in there. There is going to be one more follow-up video to this as well. It's going to be the headboard. I'm hoping to keep that short and sweet. I have a general idea of what I'm going to do with it. I have the materials here. The question is going to be for me is just how am I going to execute it. So I'll put a link for video 1 here, and then when I finish video 3, I'll put the other one here somewhere. But like always, I appreciate you guys taking the time. If you have any questions, leave it for me below. Would love to continue to interact with you guys as much as possible. And like always, not like always, but would like to know if you want to see more content like this. Remember to stick with cutting boards. I do have some more projects I have to do along these lines that I want to knock out, but I'm going to continue to do cutting boards at the same time, but just trying to see which kind of avenue my audience likes to see me do my work. So like I said, call us quits, and always leave comments, likes below, subscribe for more content, and look forward to hearing from you guys. Thanks.